I'm Adrian Wood. I'm a photographer and I'm also a teaching and learning technician at London College of Communication. My project was really looking at the impact of the technical workshops on students' practice. I was trying to see if the workshops were really having any impact on the students' practice. Are the students coming to the workshops as a kind of ritual because they have to or because they think they should? The second thing I was interested in is when students actually do attend workshops, are they learning enough to use the facilities independently and to execute the techniques that they've learned in the workshop independently? Are they using it in a way, or are they able to use what they've learned in a way that actually enhances their own creative practice? So in a sense, I want to know as a teacher, as a technical teacher, that when I'm delivering something, that I'm delivering it in a way that students can actually absorb the information and then potentially apply it to their own practice if they wish to do so. I'm honestly also trying to get a gauge on my own teaching, my own delivery. Because as a teaching and learning technician, we're increasingly asked to deliver lots and lots of workshops, and some of the workshops, particularly the ones I teach in my department, are kind of sitting on a border between technical and academic practice. Yet as a technical teacher, my teaching isn't assessed in any way, which I think is slightly problematic. So my solution to that was to use this workshop and this PGCERT in general to kind of get a gauge on my teaching practice. So one of the great things has been obviously that the peer feedback in the earlier phases of the PGCERT, but now I really want to speak to the students and get a read and an understanding from them on what makes an engaging workshop and a workshop that they really take something valuable away from. I conducted a mixture of quantitative and qualitative interviews with students. With the first year students, I tried a post-workshop quantitative questionnaire just to kind of get a gauge on their perception of the workshop and my teaching practice, and also whether they would potentially use the space and the technique they'd just learnt moving forward. That gave me a good level of top-line information. And then with the second year BA students, I decided to do a qualitative interview with them, recorded video interview with two students, and I at that stage was able to get much more detailed information. So we took one workshop as an example. We broke down aspects of the workshop in a lot of detail. I was able to ask them lots of really kind of more pointed questions, more directed questions about the workshop. Conducting this research has made me realise that there are many different ways to assess, to self-assess and be assessed. Speaking to students, peer assessment, as well as self-reflection are all really useful tools for assessing your practice. I think this three-pronged approach of self-assessment and reflection, student feedback and peer assessment will be enough for me to kind of gauge my teaching practice moving forward.